Hi there, signs of Libra. This is Kim here to give you your next 3-day messages. And I want to see what event or what situation are you quantumly entangled with. And the deck that I got out, I had to take a look through this deck. I thought maybe I'll use the permanent marker because there's a few on here that I didn't catch last time I used this. Man, I started doing it. I ended up with, I'm not kidding, probably about this many cards that I had to black out. So I apologize for the way it looks. But I had a lot of nudity on it that I had to, because for some reason it's supposed to be allowed in art, but they don't consider our cards. Well, they allow them to be reportable. So I think it's art, so I don't understand. But Libra, let's just get into your reading. Let's see what you're quantum entangled with, opening up to your spirit team, your spirit guides, and your angels. I certainly hope that you all have had a great day today and that you're planning to have a good weekend. Let me see what I can find out about what you're quantumly entangled with. What are you quantumly entangled with, Libra? The Fountain. Okay. I have the book out because I probably will have to use it, by the way, because it's been a while since I used this. The Fountain, number 10. Well, just on our own, looking at the card, for one thing, it's a moon mansion. It's representing a moon mansion, number 10. But water, right? Water. It's a fountain is continuously flowing, so it's like the holy grail of the Ace of Cups here. Lots of emotion. Wow. What is going on? Some little bit of a challenge here. But you have a lot that is on your side. You might be facing a challenge right now. Oh, wow. Well, this is a good reading. This is a really good reading. I'm going to stop. Even though that bottom card, the bottom card is stability, and I think that's yours too. I think it leads to a lot of stability. This is so good. This is what you're dealing with now. I'm positive of it. It's part of, I said quantum entanglement, so there's going to be, these cards are like, some things are just built into it. Built into the outcome is the challenge. If that makes sense. Like sometimes we want to achieve certain goals in our life, right? And it presents itself a challenge. Normally, when you're trying to get to the top of the peak of a mountain, you don't plan on it. It's not going to be going flat all the time. You know that things are going to be a challenge from time to time, right? Well, that's what this is saying, and I definitely think that this is like what you have to get through to get to these beautiful energies here. So let me look up 6 last quarter waning air moon. It's not the 6 of air though, so I just want to clarify. It looks like it could go in alignment with tarot, but it is ultimately a little different. That's why I still have to look at this. So I want to read you the moon in Libra, the option for it. Even if you're a sun sign Libra, I just think that it's since it's here that the air sign is here that represents your sign, we should use it. So it says the moon's light is lessening and her face is now half light, half dark. This is a time in the cycle of the moon when a critical phase is reached. You are faced with the challenge of setting up new ideas or concepts to replace old established ones. You can no longer live in the past. You must adapt. At this time, you will spend more time with close friends, discussing and searching out different points of view. You are becoming aware of new paths and new doorways to your future. It also says this is the time to break old habits of the past and replace them with new methods of doing things and a new set of ideas. It is time for you to confront complacency. And I think that is sums it up. There's a change. It's has to do with your thinking of, what have I become complacent or too comfortable with in my life? What am I just accepting when there could be more to the potential, or there could be more to myself that I have yet to discover? Okay, so this is about you. You know, you're gonna excel, go way past what you thought any kind of goal could reach to. Okay, so we have this. This is the you in this period of time where you're thinking a lot about what this is. Okay, and then I said it was mansion number 10. And let me clear something up with you all first, so that you know this deck. When it has these different cards, these are kind of like their minor cards, and then the ones with the big numbers on them, those are the moon mansions. So it says, seeing that the moon measures the whole space of the zodiac in the time of 28 days. Okay, so wise men of the Indians, mostly ancient astrologers, have granted 28 mansions to the moon, and in these 28 mansions lie the secrets of wisdom from the ancients. Okay, so it's talking about time period. It's periods of time, right? The mansion, the period of time that it represents. So this is when it's going from Cancer to Leo, and it's ruled by Neptune and the Sun. And you know, by Neptune and the Sun, that this is going to be a very spiritual card. And the Sun is maybe even enlightenment and spirituality here. You do have the Sun on the card. All right. So in this deck, the Fountain card is about sharing your gifts. Like the fountain, like letting it flow. It says it's a favorable time for professional matters, as well as time for things in love too. It says if you draw this card, you must accept responsibility for your own talents. I've never heard it worded like that. I like that. You must accept responsibility for your own talents. And this card is asking you for recognition, your own self, your own creativity, and it's letting you know that there's going to be a sudden surging in the powers of your imagination. And this is good for no matter what job you have. If it's not labeled as a job, if you were just staying at home, if maybe you've homestead, the creativity is, you can, in imagination, I love it when that energy surges. It's if you could control like mania in a bottle, manic creativity, I would. That's probably what this is coming your way. So it's just going to keep flowing. So your gifts are just going to keep flowing. That's amazing. This is when the genius makes something really brilliant, or when the artist creates a masterpiece, or the singer makes that one song that's gonna do it. You know, that's this type of energy. Could create like 50 songs in this type of energy. Excuse me. Okay, so then we have 5. We have the wheel. We know what the wheel is. It's ruled by Saturn and Mercury. So we know that the wheel could be the wheel turning in our favor. You know, it can be the wheel of fate, of fortune here. It's turning. There's probabilities. Saturn is about time and timelines and control, sometimes consequences. Consequences of actions. Could be about restrictions, or the idea of breaking free from the restrictions of Saturn. And then Mercury is it could be about the movement, the travel of the wheel with Saturn here, I think. Communication, inspiration, networking. This and it says this is all about good networking. I didn't know that. It says this card is mainly about your good networking at this time. It says you have the ability to make good connections and work with others to keep the wheels of a particular enterprise rolling. So even if it's something that you're starting or continuing, maybe it's a talent that you have, they're saying that you have the connections, or the ability with your connections and how they are right now to really achieve in what you want because of that. So it's your advantage, and it's what helps you get through the challenge here. So your goddess, wow, we have Lilith. So we know who Lilith was, right? Lilith was the first, said to have been the first female that didn't want to comply to or serve Adam, right? Thus Eve was created, and it's created in a different kind of way, even so the story goes. But Lilith was the first, you could say, divine feminine rebel. I don't see Lilith as a shadow aspect. I see her of a goddess, even though she is a black goddess. I see her as somebody that represents unrestrained, rebellious, a wild nature, the free child, you know, and okay, so it's with this card, it's about your ability to take control of a situation. So it also says that if you get the Lilith card, to investigate the cleansing nature of water. So water is mentioned here with the fountain, talking about a metaphor for your spiritual and creative gifts flowing, right? A surge. But also it may be saying directly, literally, if you get near water, Libra, if you run your hands underwater, your face underwater, you meditate, that something is going to kick in for you. It's like tapping into it's almost like, I'm just seeing like tapping into a different portal through the water. There's something that you can enter through the water. Okay. So says you need to be well prepared to go to the utmost passionate action to achieve your desired end. So again, it's saying that there's something that is worth really putting in 110% effort here. This is all about your power. It is all about your power, the scepter. I love this. The 4 with fulfillment, full moon. Full moon is the manifestation, right? It is the manifestation. It goes from something that is where we're shedding things to we're figuring out what we need to let go of, what we need to change, and to you have something here fulfilled for you, and it has everything to do with your power. Mansion 14, and here even the degrees that this moon mansion is in the sign of Virgo to Libra. Okay, so ruled by Saturn and Venus. This is achieving a desire of a position of prominence. This is true recognition. And this is emotionally feeling like whatever it is that I set out to manifest during this time, I am quantumly, these Libras here are quantumly entangled with your own success. So whatever the challenge is, whatever the question is that you have to get to this full moon manifestation, emotional fulfillment, satisfaction, the answer's already there. If there's a problem, the answer's already there. And it looks really good for you. Looks really good. We can do some from the 108 Oracle just to get more or anything extra, but I think I'm going to leave it at that because it's a really good, it's a good message. So they're saying that you can step, this person's stepping up on the top of a platform. They're being seen, and they're holding their scepter, which represents their power. Lilith has a scepter here next to her too. So It's like your throne is ready, your crown is ready, stepping into full power. Of course, it might present a new challenge for you, but it's who you are protected. It's that symbol right there. Was it the tresses? Is it the tresses? That symbol that she's holding in her hand right there. Hang on. Because I've seen it. Oh, it's the Shen ring, right? Yeah. The Shen ring. That right there, which is what she's holding in her hand. I'm telling you to take extra care of your body. Steer clear of negative influences from your environment. Trust your gut feelings. Incorporate protected rituals into your routine, such as carrying protective talismans, using protective crystals, or cleansing your field each day. Practice self-compassion to protect your mind from harsh self-criticism. Yeah. I thought that was some sort of protection. And she has two, one in each hand. So you might have Lilith as one of your, she may be a guide for you, possibly. An unchanged situation. This goes with this. The challenge is to change a situation that we have grown complacent in, or that we have just accepted for us, right? So we know that that's part of the challenge. Listening to your intuition with the crystal ball. Intuition, premonition, seeing clearly, discernment, perception, sixth sense, instinct, divination, future planning, ESP, past, present, future, gut reaction, and inner knowing. So you know that this success or victory is yours, that this fulfillment is actually already yours, that you are already quantumly entangled with it. Thus, how it became a desire in your heart, in your mind in the first place. It's because it's already yours. I like this card. I like this card because it goes from one extreme to the other. It goes from a feeling of, and this may be part of the challenge too, is going from these energies of feeling like the fishhook, powerless, feeling helpless, paralyzed, vulnerable, trapped, temptation, bait, con game. But then it switches over fairly quickly to great catch, luck, prosperity, resourcefulness, abundance, and the multiplication principle. And might I add, another, you have many messages about water and how it will help you. Water, the fountain, something else talked about water. Lilith talked about water. Oh, and Lilith is associated with Scorpio. She is known as the Black Goddess, the Black Moon Goddess. The scales, I like that showing up because, I mean, that's definitely like your energy. Sword and scales, truth, justice, due process, by the book, make amends, appeal, balance, law, integrity, cut to the chase, fair and square, fair play, equity, hear me out, legal matters, and the even keel, an even keel. I saw this one. I feel like it is time to release something that didn't work out in the past, so that you can move on to what's next for you. So if you were in a situation and you tried something, maybe it was something creative and it didn't work out, then this is telling you, no, okay, well, that's time to leave what can't be changed in the past, like it's spilt milk at this time. Like it's spilt milk. Oh, good. The emptiness card. I like this card. It's not a card that I fear because it talks about moving on and having a cycle completion, which is always really good. Final endings, beginnings, the void, vacant, separation, making adjustments, lonely, a new life, and graduating. And bonfire, enthusiasm, energy, heated, intense, joy, ignite, passion, ecstasy, exhilaration, spark, community, sharing ideas, getting things going, orgasm, fanaticism, fever, and fierce. Wow. You have two things. Wow. This is like this card right here. This is the four, the cake card, and the Aries energy, like the Four of Wands, but it's not. It's talking about you being recognized. So for some reason, either this is celebration, a marriage, recognition, awards ceremony, recognition from just people, fans, followers. This is you celebrating it with the cake, the champagne, all of that, right? And the baggage is another card, just like empty nest, that talks about be prepared to go. And it is, I think they're saying here, any kind of excess or unresolved issues that you feel like are standing in your way or are the challenge, to give them over to spirit, because something here is definitely meant to be left in the past, and it's meant to be either done or approached in a different way. That's what I feel like. That might be why something hasn't worked out, is because there's another way that's gonna get what you want, but something you just haven't thought of yet. But be prepared to go, because it's another card about moving on and going to the next phase. So let's pull your angel number and wrap up this reading for you, Libra. If you all would like a private reading from me, they are available in the description box below, are the prices and the links. They're let me just let you know, they're pre-recorded videos, and I send you a private link. It is based on your energy, and in the checkout section, there's a notes part, and that's where you put what you would like to know from the reading. And thank you all for the support so far. All right, angel number message. 333. And know what's funny is this all 30, master number 33 when I was shuffling them. And you have 111. So like your card here that says the scepter, the power card, 333 says you're being called upon to use your spiritual gifts as a light worker, assisting all of humanity. Live your truths and be a positive light to others. I am powerful. So the surging of spiritual gifts and abilities, that says share your talents with that one. And then that is two cards talking about that. And then 3 here, 3 ones, which is the number of the magician in the tarot, that being the Empress. Angels are fully ready to support you in this endeavor so you can co-create with the universe a life you love. I am creative, 111. Angels are with you. And that's what I have. I'm sending you love and light. Bye, Libra.